Hi, I wanted to show you my LifePro Foot Massager Plus, and you can see the light is shining from here. That's my LifePro red light panel. So I got away from using the foot massager much. I've had it for about a year, so I started a new routine. I get up in the morning, I turn on the heat to my foot massager. That's this button right here. So watch the green light on the panel go off and back on, just to give it a couple minutes to warm up. And then I turn on my red light panel and I do a session. It's really easy to use. Here you have, this was the on-off button. There's a switch right on the machine. I turn that on. Then you can turn this on. Then I go for the heat button just to keep the heat going. But right now it's in manual mode. And you can, these buttons, the plus and the minus, are for time. So it's set for 15 minutes. That's as high as it goes, but you can always, oops, it started. I didn't even mean to start it, but that's okay. So it's on speed 1 and it's on manual mode. I can move it faster by hitting the up button here. 3, 4, up 1 by 1. Or I can hit the 15 down here. That makes it go right up to speed 15 right away. And the 30 puts it up to 30, full speed ahead, back to 15, and if you want to go below that, you go with the down arrow one at a time. You'd think that you wouldn't feel like 1 and 2 very much, but you do. It reminds me of the vibration platforms. It's going slower, but in a way you feel it more because there's more motion going on when it's slower. It feels more jarring or something to the feet. You can see the muscle tendons kind of working on my foot, on the inside of my foot. It's pretty cool. So if I turn that off, that's this middle button right here, then I hit the P. That's for program 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's hit program 4. Program 4 doesn't include heat, so I add the heat back on manually. I always use heat when I have a foot massage. So then hit start. Then you don't have to play around with the speeds. Just let her go, right? And I have my feet one in front of the other like this, just mainly because the red light's on at the side, so I can just keep alternating which calf basically is going to get the treatment. And then halfway through, or the next treatment I do, I can always move the panel over to the left side so then I can focus on the other side of my legs. But I'll show you this too. There's a lock button, which I use always, because I call this the speed bump. You can put your toes up on it and work your toes on it, or you can work your arches of your feet on that speed bump, and then you see my feet are touching the panel above, but it doesn't affect any of the buttons simply because I have the lock button on, so it's a good idea to keep that on. You can also tilt this machine up the other way so you can lay your calves against it. I tend to not do that. I use my massage gun on my calves, and I get a good workout on my calves on my vibration platforms as well. But you can do that. You can put it up on a table. I've done that many times. Put it up on a table or a desk and lay your forearms on it. I do that because I get carpal tunnel syndrome symptoms in the mornings if I don't do something like that at night. I started out by getting on my hands and knees and putting my forearms on my platform, or you can sit on the platform with your hands on it, and that should work too. But then I started lifting this up onto the table and having a massage on my arms like that before bed. I'd already pretty much fixed my carpal tunnel syndrome with exercises, chiropractic care, and some nutritional changes and supplements, I guess. It just got so much better that the only time I ever feel it is when I first get up in the morning, when I'm typing or writing too much. Too early in the morning, I'll get tingly, my hand will get tingly. But if I use this at night, or my vibration platform at night on my arms, I don't get any of that in the morning at all. So the morning thing is working out really well with this, because sometimes I wake up with stiff ankles, and I'll do little exercises in bed, like call this the gas pedal movement, or you can do ankle circles, and that helps. But it doesn't work as much as sitting on one of these. I'll tell you, I can really feel it warming up now a lot too. And I'll show you so what else you can do with here. So 15 and the time I showed you. This is just a silent button. So if I put that on, then you don't have to hear the beeps. So if you don't like to hear them or if someone's sleeping, turn that on. And the lock button, the heat button. And that's really all there is to it. So you just let her go. People with neuropathy would be really good with this. Somebody that has foot, ankle, lower calf problems, inflammation, neuropathy, pain, stiffness. This works really well. If you sit too much, this is going to be really good. You need movement, you need blood flow, you need lymph flow, or you're going to get, if you haven't yet, you will get stiff and sore. And you will get inflammation and neuropathy if you don't do something about it. So this is a really pleasant way to do something about it with. You can use your vibration platform, sit on a stool with your feet on it. I've done that many times. Don't get the same kind of sensations as this quite. But I mean, if you don't want to fill your house full of these different products, the vibration platform will do the trick for everything. You might just need to use a bit longer on your feet to get the same kind of effect that you do from this. I have company over. I had company on Saturday night, and 3 of them used it while they were here, and they just loved it. The last guy, Paul, to use it, he wouldn't get off it. Even after his program was done, he wanted to just have his feet on the heat. So we left the heat on for him even after the program was turned off. But it's a great little machine. I can't really hardly say enough about it. You don't have to do the red light treatment with it, but I really like adding it on. So I just get more use out of both devices. Just moved it a little closer there. And I plan to get the taller panel as well. So that's going to take care of even more. I'll probably have to wear shorts or something because it'll cover more skin than this is. You need red light therapy to be mainly on bare skin. It works the very best. Or very thin fabric, it could work, but still not as well. You can hear it getting a little louder as it's up to speed 15 now. It really doesn't get that loud though, and it depends on the floor you have it on. Depends on how solid your base floor is and your joists is underneath your floor. But I don't find it a problem at all. I really like putting my red light face mask on while I'm doing this as well. I don't always though, because sometimes I just want to chill in the morning and just sit here and drink my tea and enjoy the platform. So I hope you enjoyed my video, and check the links below if you want to check out the foot massager while there's big sales going on now, and use my code TNHL20. That should get you an extra 20% off, but I don't think it's going to work on all the existing sales that come up, but it has on some. So we'll see how it goes. What speed are we at now? It seems to, oh, it's on 18. It's louder. Look at the tendons and muscles moving in my feet. I just think it's kind of cool. But anyway, tell me what you think, and if you've got a foot massager, tell me what you think of your foot massager in the comments. Oh boy, that's starting to feel really good. I have to do my my arches a little bit more, because when you're sitting like this, unless you have really flat feet, you might not feel it in your arches as much. But I kind of push my feet down into it. Do not ever stand on this thing. You can't stand on it. It only takes 15 or 20 pounds or something like that. But so don't stand on it. If you want to be standing and sitting and doing all different types of exercises, then use the full body vibration platforms, and I'll do videos on those too. Thanks for watching.